Hypothesis testing. Process using sample statistics to test a claim about the value of a population parameter. To test a population parameter, you should state a pair of hypotheses, one representing the claim and the other representing its complement. The claim can either be the null hypothesis or the alternative hypothesis. Null hypothesis, HO. A statistical hypothesis that contains a statement of equality such as greater than, equal to, or less than equal to. Alternative hypothesis, HA, is the complement of the null hypothesis. It contains a statement of inequality such as greater than, not equal to, or less than. This statement must be true if the null is false. Example number 1. Write the null and alternative hypothesis, identify the claim. A school administrator declares that the mean score for the school's fifth graders on an exam is more than 230. The null hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis. Our claim says mu is more than 230. That means the symbol is greater than sign representing our alternative hypothesis. Our alternative hypothesis, mu, is greater than 230, our claim. Which means our null hypothesis says that mu is less than or equal to 230. So our null is less than or equal to 230. Types of errors. No matter which hypothesis represents the claim, you'll always begin a hypothesis test assuming the null hypothesis is true. Then you will make one of two decisions. 1, to reject the null hypothesis, or 2, to fail to reject the null hypothesis. There is always a chance your decision may be wrong because you're basing your decision on a sample, not a whole population. Which brings us to our two types of errors. We have a type 1 error, occurs if the null is rejected when it's true, and a type 2 error occurs if the null is not rejected when it's false. An example, a grocery store's limit for selling expired products was 10%. An inspector reported that the amount of expired products sold was more than the limit. Write a type 1 and type 2 error. We found that our alternative hypothesis is our claim. So our null hypothesis is P less than or equal to 0.1. And our alternative hypothesis is P greater than 0.1, which is our claim. So a type 1 error would occur if the actual proportion of expired products sold is less than or equal to 0.1, but you decide to reject the null. Type 2 error occurs if the actual proportion expired products sold is greater than 0.1, but you do not reject the null. Types of hypothesis tests. The type of test depends on the region of the sample distribution that favors a rejection of the null. To identify the type of test, you look only at the alternative hypothesis. If the alternative hypothesis contains a less than inequality symbol, the hypothesis test is a left-tailed test. The alternative hypothesis, mu, is less than k, so this would be a left-tailed test. If the alternative hypothesis contains the greater than equality symbol, it is a right-tailed hypothesis test. The alternative hypothesis says mu is greater than k, so this would be a right-tailed test. When the alternative hypothesis contains the not equal to symbol, the hypothesis test is a two-tailed test. The alternative hypothesis says mu is not equal to k, so this would be a two-tailed test, each tail having an area of half p.